inductee tonight is David Childers. David Childers.
David Childers was born August 14, 1951, at Presbyterian Hospital in Charlotte, North Carolina. Childers would later recall that at a young age he liked to sing at church, although football was his focus for many of those early years. Childers started playing guitar at the age of 18 after he broke up with his then girlfriend. Childers dove deeper into music during his freshman year at UNC Chapel Hill. By his senior year, he was playing his first gigs near the college. After graduating from UNC in 1973, Childers returned to Mount Holly and formed his first group, Steel Tree, in 1975. Childers would play sporadically around the Charlotte area throughout the 1970s, all while earning a graduate degree from UNC Greensboro in 1977 and a law degree from Campbell University in 1981. For many years, Childers focused on law in the Mount Holly area, while raising two children, Robert and Megan, with his wife Linda. Childers still found time to write songs and poetry, and by 1995, his music was ready to break out. Childers released his first album, Godzilla He Done Broke Out, with the Mount Holly Hellcats in 1995. He found a receptive audience of both fans and musicians in the Charlotte area and began playing across the Carolinas. This led to more albums such as Hard Time County and Room 23, which contained a song called The Prettiest Thing. Childers met Dolph Ramseur in the summer of 2000 and quickly became friends. Ramseur eventually began releasing Childers' albums through his own Ramseur Records, alongside another act that Dolph would also work with, the Avett Brothers. Over the years, the Avett Brothers have introduced a number of David's songs to their fan base. Childers also brought on his son Robert as both drummer and collaborator. They toured and recorded with the Modern Dying Ones for several years. After taking some time away from music, Childers returned in 2010 with the Avett Brothers bassist Bob Crawford and the Over Mountain Men, collaborating on 3 albums. After retiring from law in 2016, Childers and his band continued to release new albums at a prolific pace, including 2017's Run Skeleton Run, 2020's Interstate Lullaby, 2023's Melancholy Angel, and his 2024 collaboration with Abe Partridge, Satan Your Liars. When it was announced that Childers was battling cancer in the fall of 2024, the outpouring of support from friends and fans was immediate. Dubbing themselves the Childers Crew, the movement quickly grew into a worldwide community, and Childers credits their love and support with helping to save his life. Bob Crawford has called Childers a true North Carolina treasure. Poet, musician, historian, painter, husband, father, and lover of music. David Childers has taken North Carolina and listeners everywhere on a journey through his songs that speak to Saturday nights and Sunday mornings and the dark and the dawn, all while reminding us to never be scared.
All right, to accept his induction into the North Carolina Music Hall of Fame, welcome to the stage, David Childers.
Thank y'all very much. I can't tell you how much of an honor this is. But also, there's a lot of people I got to thank because I didn't get here by myself. I had the help of a lot of really good people. First of all, God has brought me through a lot of trials. And my family, Linda, and Megan, and Robert, and Margot, and Christy, and Greg, they've all hung with me, been very helpful to me over the years. I want to thank Tom Haas, who's not here. I really don't know where he is anymore, but he was the first guy to finance records for me, and I'll always be grateful. Of course, Dolph Ramseur, Wayne Jernigan, Rick Schultz, and Alan Cloninger, 2 lawyers from Gastonia who helped me put out my first tapes that we were doing back in. Sam Ingram, who's here tonight, up from Clemson, where he's the teacher down there, and he was the first guy to ever take time to play lead guitar with me. Bobby Ballard was our bass player. Tim Connor from Mount Holly, who's a bass player and taught me how to play in a rock and roll band. Ben Dameron, who played bass with me at one time, Charlie Salem, Ryan Bowles and Todd Emanuele, who've been very supportive with their radio show Avits and Beyond. Of course, I got to thank the Avett brothers for kind of putting me on the map by playing my songs, and I've always been grateful to them for that. The Lucky Strangers, this group of young men that play with me, and Tanya Marsh, Dylan Walsh, an Irish folk singer who's moved to our state, and hopefully he'll be up here one day. Mark Lynch, Don Dixon, Martin Giardine, who was the first person to ever let me play regularly, and he's up in Cleveland, Ohio, and I drive up there about 6 times a year because I couldn't get a gig down here. So I went where they wanted me, and I'm glad I did. I made a lot of friends up there, including Jay Johnson. I thank Danny Platt and Boone, Nick Harris, who used to own the Double Door, another person that gave me a chance. Gigi Dover and Bill Noonan, who took me under their wing and helped me learn about recording, took me out to Nashville, where Chris Keaton, who's here tonight, produced one of my first albums, Time Machine. Lenny Federal, Gina Stewart, and Brenda Gamble, who invited me to be part of a weekly showcase we used to do at the Double Door Inn. And Tom Coon. I want to thank my friend Lightning Wells. He lives in Greenville, but he taught me how to play the blues back when we were in college. Bill Hicks, he used to play the Red Clay Ramblers, and fortunately played some with us before he went on ahead into the great unknown. Melanie Murdoch, Daniel Costin, great photographer, and a good friend, Michael Reno Harrell, who's still out there knocking it out, and WNCW, WSGE, John Hancock, and I probably left somebody out, but I want to recognize Robert Childers, the drummer that played with, Jeff White on fiddle, who's the best member of the band tonight, Dale Shoemaker, Corey Dudley, David Blackburn, and that's, we got a couple friends in here. Mike Jones rode a train down from Wilmington to be here, and Cody Gentry lives in Piedmont, South Carolina. Thank you all for the support you've all given me. Like I say, I didn't get here by myself. I thank you guys for helping me along, and I thank God Almighty for letting me be alive to be here. Well, let's rock it.
Thank you, David. Thank you. What an amazing, amazing person in so many ways. Yes. And now, to perform live, welcome once again over there in the area he loves the most, David Childers and the Serpents.
All right, let me grab a pick here and I'll be ready.
Check test.
We're going to start out with a song called Greasy Dollar.
Woo!
I wrote this a few years back. My first job I ever had was working for the city of Mount Holly, who I want to thank too. I should have mentioned the city council. They're all here, the mayor and former mayor, and I can't thank them enough for all the support and love they've given me in my own hometown, where I used to feel like an alien, but now I feel like a native son. But I wrote this for the men that I worked with who weren't earning any more money than I was. I was 15, 14 then. And so wherever those guys are, they probably most of them have gone on ahead, but their memory I hope will live through this song. All right, Danny. Hot day rising from the mist from the river. Dark river sheds her sweat in the shade. I rise and leave my wife and children. Put on my clothes and step into the day. Some say the world's made fun and frolic, and so say I, indeed, oh, so say I. But I've got to go earn my crazy dollar, so I can keep on working till I die. All right, David Live. Digging ditches all day up by the freeway with a backhoe and a shovel crew. What good is living and what good is dying if this is all that I'm ever gonna do? Some say the world's made fun and dollar, and so say I, indeed, oh, so say I. But I've got to go and earn my crazy dollar, so I can keep on working till I die. Just fine. There's a card came rattling, clapping and calling in the back room of the beer joint a daisy. Grocery money and the back rent being wagered. I've tried it once, but I'm never gonna do that again. One time enough. Some say the world's made fun and frolic, and so say I, and you also say I. But I've got to go and earn my crazy dollar, so I can keep on working till I die. Next song called Camp Latta Shuffle. Camp Latta was across the river from Mount Holly, and I never went there. I drove up there one time, and I said, I ain't going in that place. But one night, there's a couple guys that went up there, and they never came back. And that's what this song's based on. It's called, like I said, Camp Latta Shuffle. Bruiser ain't gonna come around no more. Run about the river and lost his head to a double shot barrel and knocked him dead. Blood on the ceiling, blood on the wall. Over the rain for the morning call. Can't let a shovel dance all night. Do the dirty dog and the rub all night. The ladies about our guns. You want trouble, better keep it at home. But if you insist, we'll bring it on. Blood on the ceiling, blood on the wall. Over it rain for the morning fall. And then a shovel of dance all night. Do the dirty dog and the blood all right. Mooresville. There's a hole in the river, we're jumping in. Don't be wild to see him again.
Blood on the ceiling, blood on the wall. Oh, it rained for the morning call. Kept that shovel and dance all night. And the dirty dawn and the dawn light. Blood on the ceiling, blood on the wall. Oh, it rained for the morning call. Kept that shovel and dance all night. And the dirty dawn and the dawn light.
This was a little gentler song. Ain't no killing in it. It's called Lonely Beauty. Green paint growing over the land. There was something in the air, made it flicker like a candle by the river. And your eyes like some dark night in the summer. Hey, hey, lonely beauty. Whoa, whoa. Daddy was an exile, your mama was no fool. Your brothers and sisters ran off and lived on the hearts and cord craziness of a changing weather. Bad luck, bad trains, you find your dream lover. And the all-night movie, and your friends I love. Hey, hey. Light slows down and the dead men sing fast settle in the open light. Shoot out the street lights. People are generally hopeless. Oh, 1,000 tears in the blizzard. On the verge of a heat wave. Hey, hey, lonely beauty. Whoa, whoa, yeah, lonely beauty. Hey, hey, lonely beauty. Whoa, whoa, yeah, lonely beauty. Thank you, North Carolina Community College Band. God bless the people of Tommy Frail. David Childers and the Serpents. David Childers, congratulations. What a night. David Childers and the Serpents. Everybody having a good time so far?